Not only do the roads have to be clear, but many students in this area walk to school, even in the winter. And when a big snowstorm hits, the sidewalks are the last things to be cleared, which often results in students walking in the street, which is a major safety concern and often a major factor in the decision-making process to cancel school for a snow day. As you can see from the crowd behind me, people have been showing up all week, dedicating their time to help out the family in any way that they can. Behind me is the Allegheny River, home to an abundance of wildlife. If an oil spill ever occurred here, this entire ecosystem could be in danger. To compensate for the cancellation of their Sunday publication, the Olean Times-Herald will be doing a weekend edition newspaper. The papers will go out Saturday morning to the subscribers and to refill vending machines like this. Think about your daughters, your sisters, and your friends. 1 in 4 women experience sexual assault throughout their college career, and St. Bonaventure University is part of that statistic.
After 22 months of scandal and over 200 victims, the Pope accepted the resignation of Buffalo Bishop Richard J. Malone on Wednesday morning. Charlie Specht, the reporter who originally shed light on the sexual abuse scandal, spoke to Catholic followers.
This is their religion and essentially their personal link to God in their minds, and they want to believe again. And they told us that, having the same leader there in the diocese, in the bishop's chair, was like kind of a blockage.
Following the resignation of Bishop Malone, Bishop Edward B. Scharfenberger, the head of the Albany Diocese, has been appointed as the Apostolic Administrator for the Buffalo Diocese until another bishop can be appointed. On Wednesday, Bishop Scharfenberger held a press conference. Let's take a listen.
We're all family. The survivors of sexual abuse are our family. I want everyone to know that we were treated with respect. I continue, as I do in the Diocese of Albany, to say, as I do in Albany, if you see something, say something. Never be afraid to come forward.
Father David Couturier, a friar at St. Bonaventure University, says that Bishop Scharfenberger's attitude towards victims is what differentiates him from Bishop Malone.
That's where the Catholic Church has got to put all of its attention right now. Because as I say in my book, the voice of God in the 21st century is the voice of victims.
Ethan Pryor, SBU-TV. New, now, next.
Her favorite color was green. She never missed an episode of Days of Our Lives, and she had a smile that lit up the room. Judy Volpe was the toughest lady her son and daughter had ever met. However, in 2013, she was diagnosed with dementia, joining the 50 million people worldwide that have the disease. According to her son Joseph, it was not just the memory loss that Judy faced.
She wouldn't talk as much. It was hard to have a conversation with her because she could understand what you were saying, but she didn't know how to respond back to you. So it came to a point where her words were her responses were yes or no.
Many believe that those with dementia have Alzheimer's disease, but that's not true. Alzheimer's is a specific disease that irreversibly deteriorates the brain, causing memory loss, mental confusion, change in personality, and disorientation. According to the Alzheimer's Association, Alzheimer's disease accounts for 60 to 80% of all dementia cases. Dementia is the leading cause for dependency among elders. Watching the woman who had raised him and his sister become the one that needed to be taken care of was extremely difficult for Joseph.
What's frustrating about the whole thing is, the physical stuff you can deal with. You can deal with that she couldn't move her shoulder, or she couldn't walk. I mean, you can always get around that. The point where then she just couldn't communicate with you or even remember doing things with you, that was the hard part.
Judy passed away this past March. Her son and daughter said that the hardest part about this disease was the fact that they had to lose her twice.
Her not being her not being a person that was strong-willed and communicated and was tough, she turned into basically just a body. I've told people many times, I go, my mom had been gone for years before she really truly passed.
Judy spent her entire life making memories that she could not remember at the end. And though her husband, her children, and her grandchildren wish there is no cure yet for dementia or Alzheimer's disease. Mikayla Hyman, SBU-TV, New, Now, Next. Though their home was destroyed, the Voles family is relying on their optimism and support from their community to get through this difficult time. As you can see from the crowd behind me, people have been showing up all week, dedicating their time to help out the family in any way that they can. One of the Volz's family friend, Larry Grigsby, has been with the family every day since the explosion.
Like yesterday, we were going through the house. We were picking up their clothes and personal belongings and bins, and we've been hauling them down to Ray's and put them in his garage and just picking up. My wife's going to do some laundry for them, just whatever they need.
The family said that people have been bringing them food, clothing, and offering a helping hand wherever they can. Betty told me that one thing she really hoped they would find was a large sign with the word blessed written on it. When they found the sign, it was no longer usable. However, she said that with a community like this one, she does not need a sign to remind her how blessed she is.
The community outreach has just been phenomenal. Just this road alone, starting there, we had neighbors here until 7, 8 o'clock when the lights went out, doing anything they could. 30, 40 people stopping, just asking, what can we do, what can we bring? The outreach that'll set you back. It gets at your heartstrings to know the community does care that much.
Mikayla, Hyman, SBU-TV, New, Now, Next.